Now, it doesn't look like it's buried, but it's buried. It is deep. I think I'm gonna try to ice fish a little bit. All right, I decided I'm gonna get a fire going. I'm gonna sit up here, warm up, and just relax and just enjoy being outdoors and chat a little bit about last year. What's up, everyone? How are you doing? I hope everybody's having a happy New Year's. And in this video, I would like to go into the last year of Midwest Nomad. I want to talk about kind of how it evolved and where it started from and where it's at today. I would also like to talk a little bit about some upcoming events and some upcoming partnerships. I am starting an ambassadorship with Northology Adventures. They are a digital magazine, online digital magazine. They also put on a lot of events in the Midwest region and beyond that. And I want to go into some of the future endeavors that I'm gonna do with this channel, some of the videos I'm gonna be doing. And then I just wanna go camping. We're gonna go winter camping. It's beautiful out. We're gonna go check out Perch Lake. I'm gonna stop there, camp there. I'm gonna go do some ice fishing there, check that out. But right now, I am at Rat River. It's one of the dispersed campsites in the Leona region of my Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest dispersed campground sites. Perch Lake, that's in the southern region. So we're gonna go travel through the national forest. We're gonna check out Perch Lake, do some fishing, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about 2025 and then new things that are coming up for 2026. So let's go do it. All right, so the drive in to Perch Lake, you can go a couple different directions. There's one, you can go take Salt Spring Road from Highway 64, you go north, or you can take County Road T to Eichhoff Road, which just blasts right through the middle of a field and it goes right into the woods, and it's a great drive. Last week when I was out, the snow was a lot harder because it was so much colder out, and today it's kind of sloppy just because it's wet and warmer. And so the drive in, it doesn't take much, just follow the signs. There's a sign, road sign that says Perch Lake Road. But once you turn on that road, that's when it really gets off-road. You should have a vehicle that's set up for that. And then there's two campsites right along the side of that road. And it's pulled up and backed in, and set my site up. And pretty easy. And then I got my diesel heater set up. I got a new setup for that. Ended up just putting it right inside of this toolbox. I actually just fabricated it, kind of attached some ends on it and put a couple of vent holes on each end, and then just ran it up in to the side right there. This helps keep it out of the extreme cold, which cuts down on a lot of the energy usage and a lot of the, well, I'm using kerosene in there now, but it kind of cuts down on burning through so much of that when it's extremely cold out. So that's my new setup for my diesel heater. All right, let's see if there's any fish out here. Yeah, see, there's fish in here. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. All right, so far Perch Lake has no perch, but they do have bluegill. So if you come out here, at least there's bluegill out here, and actually they're pretty big. They're probably around 8 inches, 10 inches. So if you're into ice fishing, come on out here. There are definitely fish out here, and it looks like there's some fish actually on the sonar right now. I'm a little deeper in the lake, so I'm hoping that maybe there are perch and they're further down. All right, so I'm back at the campsite. I was gonna have a bonfire up at the top of the hill over there, but I decided it's getting late. Get something to eat, finish setting up camp, and just go in the back. I might watch a movie or something. But I just decided I'm just gonna put the ammo can out like I usually do, get a fire going, just kind of sit by it for a little bit, eat some food, and call it a night. So I was just sitting here. Somebody was driving by on their snowmobile, and that's a solo rider. It's the middle of the week, and they decided to drive through here, and they stopped, and they were just taken back. They just could not believe I was out here camping. And we chatted for a little bit, and I kind of just explained, hey, this is my hobby. I grew up doing this. And he was just floored by that. He was just like, wow, can't believe that this is what you do for fun. I was like, a lot of people are taken back when they come by and they see me doing this. And it seems like I wouldn't see anybody out here, but I do. I meet people out here and they are entertained by this. And that's the whole point of this channel, is to inform you, entertain you, let you have even a half hour of entertainment, watching a video and seeing kind of how I live out here and things that I do out here. And so if you are enjoying the videos, then I've done what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm glad that he stopped here, and he was just fascinated by it, by the whole setup. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the back of my truck. Is, well, the light just turned off, but the back of my truck is set up a little bit differently this year. Just set it up differently for winter. I might put the drawers back in there, but for now I have a shelving unit I built. I put it in there, put the totes back in there, and it works well. It's way more organized, a lot more room. I'm more comfortable, and I sleep better. So I'm gonna show you the inside of the back of the truck, and I'm gonna get settled in there, probably watch a movie and call it a night. So I'll see you in the back of my truck. All right, first thing you might notice is immediately I have this right here on the back. Now, the reason why I did that was because I was out here last week and it was -5 degrees out. Since I took the drawers out, I don't have so much of that insulation. A lot of that wood is out of here, so it's just open. And I have bare composite plastic, whatever this bed is. And it's very, very cold. So it was really cold. Even though I had the diesel heater running, it was still really cold. Tailgate, this is going to cover that up. And it will hopefully keep some of the air out. I just grabbed something that was at home in the basement, and I just threw it on here. So that's the first thing that you might notice. All right, the next thing you might notice is that I have a platform in here, and it's got the same stuff on there that I have on my drawer system and how I built the drawer system. If you need to go back and look at that video, go ahead. But it's the same marine carpet stuff that I had on there. Put that on there, just built it out of wood and threw it in here, put everything into my totes. Ended up getting a smaller refrigerator. So I got this bougie RV fridge now, and it stores less, but it gives me a little bit more room. Just, it's a lot more efficient back here. Of course, I got room for my energy and a couple things plugged in. Right now, I have Starlink that's plugged into my AC. That's gonna get changed. I'm not gonna run it off that, but for the time being, I just got it. I wanted to check it out, see how much it draws, and look at, really, it's drawing right now quite a bit. That's running, diesel heater's running at the same time, and it's drawing, it's pulling probably like 45 watts, 45 watts. So it is pulling quite a bit, but once I pull it off there and put it on to USB-C, it should change that. It shouldn't be as much. So that's my new thing, Starlink, and all the rest of my stuff is underneath here, and it's just more efficient. I could sit up in here just like this, and I have the ability to do homework back here. Still in school, it feels like it'll never end, but I have a lot more room to do things back here. So just a couple of little updates, changes in the back of the truck. So I'm gonna watch a movie. Good morning. So the heater went out about a half hour ago, ran out of kerosene, which is fine. It's nice in here. I mean, it's comfortable in here. So just watching the news, decided I'd get up and do that and make some coffee. And one other thing I wanted to make sure I cover real quick is make sure you're bringing out garbage bags. Make sure when you're out here, I know I don't cover that a lot. You don't see me doing that, but when you're out here on the trail or if you're out here at a campsite and you're camping, make sure you bring garbage bags and stuff to get rid of your garbage, because if thousands of people left garbage laying out here, it would be a mess. So just something small I wanted to throw in there, because I know a lot of times you don't see me disposing of my garbage, but yes, I am. I take it with me and I get it out of here. So I'm gonna do my morning stuff, continue watching the news, and then I'm gonna go back out on the ice. I think I'm gonna try to ice fish a little bit, and then we'll pack up and we'll go check out some more spots in the national forest in the winter. And yeah, I'll see you outside. All right, I decided I'm gonna get a fire going. I'm gonna sit up here, warm up, and just relax and just enjoy being outdoors and chat a little bit about last year. This last year, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of things, a lot of irons in the fire, and it's between, I'm a full-time student in college. I have a family. I have, my girlfriend. I have this channel as well, and then I just have all the other things in life, that I deal with. I'm also, if you haven't figured that out already, I'm a combat veteran, so I'm also pretty deep into the VA system. I don't really put that out there. I don't really chat about it. That's my own personal thing I deal with, and so that's also something that's put into here. So if I don't do videos every single week, just that's a reason why. I try to get out and try to do videos as much as possible, so that you all have content you can watch and enjoy. But that's the reason why I'm probably going to be doing a lot better this year. I have Starlink now, so I have that ability to kind of have internet and be able to go anywhere with it. So looking back at the last year, well, let's look at this time last year. I was at the Mountain Lakes Dispersed campsite, and that is about 5 miles south of here. It's another one of the sites in all of these sites. This is Perch Lake. They're all in that video, the southern region of the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest, the dispersed campsites. You can go look at that video if you want to see that site as well. And I was there and I was recording on my phone, and it was just a subpar video. I kept it on there because I wanted everybody to see where I went from to where I'm at now and how everything has developed over the last year. I made that video, kind of perked the interest of a local organization, Northology Adventures, and they said, hey, that's our neck of the woods. And I didn't know that all these people were out here in this organization. They do a lot of off-roading, they do a lot of overland camping and exploration of just sites that are out here. And so make sure you go check them out. I really like them, and we've been networking the last year, and that's kind of where that started out. That video is what kind of perked that interest and created that partnership. And so from there on, I moved on a little bit further. I wanted to go further out beyond just the national forest. I went to Copper Falls State Park, did a video there, went around, showed all the waterfalls in the wintertime. And then I ended up just randomly researching and saying what's in the area. And I really like history, and so I like to explore historical places and bring you guys kind of the history and areas in this locations in this area. And I found Montreal, Wisconsin. I stopped at a park, and their little town park that they had there, and there was a guy walking his dog, and he asked me what I'm looking for, and I told him, and he said, oh, I know where all the mining ruins are. And this is actually the town where one of the deepest iron mines ever in the entire world was. And it was really cool to kind of go explore it, but it was in winter. And the video evolved. It was better than the last one, and that kind of kicked off more of the historical exploration. I went on from there to start doing more of my gear reviews, showing some of the equipment that I have when I go overlanding. Some people were asking, what is this, what's that? They saw it on my truck, and so I decided to do some gear reviews. and not so much promoting the gear, but just showing what I have, explaining kind of details about it, and saying, you know, you can do what you want to do. Either you buy this or not. You can buy your own brand, your own style. I always say, look for things that are budget but quality. Look for things that are going to work for what you do and where you're going. I always say that. And so we went over my awning, looked at that, my OVS awning. We looked at the shower system that I have on my truck. We looked at the solar, which I recently just did away with. I ended up getting an alternator charger, and it's been way better. It works for me. I love it. If solar works for you, by all means, keep your solar. I just like how quick it charges versus the solar panels out here. There's not a lot of sun. So we went over my solar. I kind of did some fabricating and created a camp kitchen using my OVS tote. Made a camp system with that, kitchen system, cooking system, and I'm still using that now. I also, since then, I ended up upgrading my power bank. So my Blue Eddy, I have an 1800 watt. I'm going to show that video, and within the next year, I'll kind of go into that. I just wanted to run some things off of it and show exactly how much power it draws. I have a diesel heater now. I'm no longer using that propane heater, and it's been great. It's awesome. I still carry the propane heater just in case. I like to have secondaries just in case, you know that. I upgraded my refrigerator, that bougie RV fridge. I just kind of downsized a little bit. If I need a bigger fridge, I can always bring the other one. But for now, I changed that out. My drawer system, we went over my custom drawer system. I showed how I built that. And then I also showed just recently how I kind of take that out and I swap things out. It depends on where I'm going and the trip I'm on. And if it's winter or summer, I'm always changing things up. And see, what else did we go into? And there's so many other things that we went into. Locations that I went to, I ended up going to Copper Harbor in Michigan. And I went to KOAR, which is the Keweenaw Overland Adventure Retreat, and CORE for short. And that's another one that Northology Adventures puts on. They have vendors, and that's kind of one of their bigger ones. And they have just different places, waterfalls that are in the area that you can go on, and just different rides that you can go on. Old historic mines in the area. I went to the Delaware Copper Mine, did a video on that, showed the whole Delaware Copper Mine, went through it down in the mine, and I have a lot more adventures coming up there as well. I'm looking at going in another copper mine up there this year. We went into, let's see, what else did I do? Did all the waterfalls in Marinette County. That was pretty cool if you are interested in seeing that. I tried to show all the waterfalls as best as I could. And I tried to show just the locations and some camping areas also. So the last year has been a lot. There's just so many things. And this year I'd like to also incorporate more of those. I'd like to go to more historical locations. And I'd like to branch out a little bit. I'd like to go out of state a little bit more. I'd like to go a little bit more west, a little bit more south. And I got some ideas. I got a lot of ideas and cool places that I'm looking at going to. I am still in college. I'm in school for marketing and finance. Originally, I was in school for finance because I like to invest, and it was boring. And I said, well, I'll keep that as a minor and I'll add something else. Tried to figure out what I was going to do, and I ended up looking at a YouTuber that I like to watch quite often. And I'm going to throw him out there. His name's Brent Underwood. He is with the YouTube channel Ghost Town Living. He owns a silver mine out in the Sierra Nevadas, and he goes in there and explores them. And that's the stuff I love doing. And so I looked at what he has for a major, and he does have a marketing major in college. And I said, okay, well, that's going to help me with this channel. And it has helped to develop this channel, make it more better viewable, just instead of the way it used to be. If you haven't seen the old videos, go back and look at them, and you'll be able to see where I went from there to now. And there's a lot of things coming up this next year. I have the ability for some shirts. So I have hoodies and other things that I printed. I have hats that I'm getting printed, some merchandise. I'm going to be at some of these events, a lot more of these events for Northology Adventures, and I'm going to be there. So if you want to stop in and check that out, you can. Otherwise, if you're out in the woods and you recognize me, stop and say hi. But really, that's kind of what that's what the last year has been. It's just been so much stuff. And so I'm looking forward to the next year. I'm looking forward to getting more comments and interacting with all my viewers and getting feedback and having you tell me, you know, places that I could go check out or things that you'd like to see. And other than that, yeah, I just wanted to sit down by the fire or chat with you and just kind of go over the last year and just the evolution of this channel. And because it was a hobby, it was always a hobby. It was never supposed to be anything more than that, just showing stuff. But now it's becoming something more than that, and I'm having a blast. So I'm not gonna quit here. Stay tuned. Like I said, it might be every few weeks, it might be every week, it might be every 2 days I put a video out. It really depends on the other priorities in my life. And my family and my schooling's gotta come first right now, but I'm not gonna do away with the channel. And I'm gonna continue to make videos and content. And check out my other channels on my other platforms too, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on all of those. So if you don't see something on YouTube, go and check those out. I got stuff on there as well. So other than that, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go ice fishing. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna go ice fishing, and we're gonna continue on. We're gonna go check out the rest of the national forest. So let's go do it. Oh my God, I just got a bluegill. There's your bluegill. So I got some bluegill here. I want some perch. There's supposed to be perch here, right? I mean, why would you call it Perch Lake? It's not Perch Lake if it doesn't have perch. It's called Bluegill Lake. Oh crap, look at that thing. Yeah. All right, so I'm glad I jumped some holes out there and checked them out to see if there's any fish, and holy crap, I was kind of taken back. I'm glad I did that. Otherwise I would have thought there was nothing here. And so that's the thing with my channel. I am not just about off-roading and riding trails. That's not all that I'm about. I do promote the organization that has a big gathering that does that, because they're doing the same thing I'm doing. I gotta use these trails to get out here anyway, and I like to go out and adventure and just find new things, and you have to use the trails to get there. So they're in the same kind of community, I guess, as I am, but I'm not primarily about off-roading. So as you can see, I'm out fishing, I'm camping, I'm just doing all kinds of different things besides just off-roading. So that's what I want this channel to be about, and I want it to just be about adventure. So speaking of that, let's go and adventure through the rest of the Nicolet National Forest. Let's just check out some spots. It's winter. Let's do it. This is exactly what I mean by making sure you have extra stuff. Now, it doesn't look like it's buried, but it's buried. It is deep. But luckily, I have my people from Northology, Wisconsin Overland, and I reached out to them. That's what I'm talking about with this community. These people are all over the region, and they're willing to come here and help and to get this thing pulled out of here. And I'm grateful for it. And that's what I'm talking about. It's just the way that this organization works. So, like I said, secondaries to the secondary measures. I don't even have a primary. I didn't even bring my traction boards. So we're gonna wait until we get pulled out of here. All right, I got out of the ditch. So it's just so awesome that people are willing to just stop like that and help. You know, if they got a truck, I would do the same thing. I would do exactly the same thing. The way my truck was in the ditch was just, it just sucked it in because the snow is so wet right now. There was no way, even with traction boards, I wouldn't be getting out. There was no way. And so it's great to sometimes have my truck get stuck or something on a main road like this. Had it gotten stuck further back in the woods, I don't know, I'd have to call someone, and you know what? They'd still show up, and that's just the way it works here. So just another reason to link in and get connected with some of these people here. I'm not all about off-roading. I'm not primarily about 4x4ing and just about adventuring, but these people, they don't care. They just still welcome you in. You're still part of it because you're still out here doing this. So yes, another reason to get involved with Northology Adventures, and even check out Wisconsin Overland. It's another bigger community. So anyway, let's continue on. Let's not get stuck again. All right, everyone, that was 2025, a year in review of Midwest Nomad. I'm glad that you've been coming along this long and enjoying some of my videos. And if you have not seen the older ones, hopefully you got to look at them in this video and got to kind of see where things started and where they're at now. And it's been a lot of work. I've been in college full time, and I've had my personal life, my family, all my other hobbies as well. And then coming out here and making these videos and going on adventures and exploring things. It's a lot of work, but I've grown so much in the last year. I learned all kinds of different types of technology, how to utilize things, how to edit on editing programs, and just got better. Every single time I made a video, I did better. And you as the viewers have helped quite a bit. Your comments, chiming in, asking why I couldn't do one thing or the other has actually empowered me. It helped me to kind of go and research and say, okay, why can't I do something that way? So that when I go out on another trip, another adventure, I can try to do something differently than what I did the last time. So I thank you for commenting and following along this year. 2026, right now where I'm at is Snowverland 2026. This is the site of it. No one's here right now because it's not for a couple weeks, but this is going to be the site for Snowverland 2026. It's run by Wisconsin Overland, which is part of Northology Adventures. Like I said in the intro, I'm going to be doing some ambassadorship work with them. I'm going to help promote them and drive some traffic to their organization, because I just think they have a really good organization, and the people that are around it are like-minded. They're just like me. They come out here, they love to go adventuring and go camping. And so I want to promote them, help them out a little bit, some of my free time. So like I always say, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, follow along for more videos in the future, more adventures coming up. Make sure that you like, comment on the video, and let me know kind of how your last year has been and what your future plans are for 2026. And as always, I hope to see you on the next adventure.